Teachers without a clear behaviour management strategy can find dealing with classroom behaviour both exhausting and stressful. When students are off task or disrupting others, the classroom can feel unsettled and disorganised, and with less time for learning, delivering effective instruction becomes very challenging. MultiLit's new Positive Teaching workshop provides primary teachers with a reliable behaviour management system, which increases the time students spend on task, facilitating improved academic performance and creating a more positive classroom environment. The Positive Teaching workshop is based on the extensive research of Emeritus Professor Kevin Wheldall and Dr. Robyn Wheldall of Macquarie University.
If our aim is to help teachers to manage classroom behaviour effectively, it's a good idea to find out first just what behaviours Australian primary teachers typically find troublesome. When asked to pick out the most troublesome behaviour for the class as a whole, nearly half of this sample of primary teachers cited talking out of turn, or toot, followed by hindering other children, or hock. An earlier survey of primary school teachers that we carried out in the UK yielded almost identical findings, and a number of other surveys conducted by other researchers have since confirmed these results. Most teachers are bothered by the behaviour of some of their students, but the most common and troublesome behaviours are relatively trivial. They are not particularly serious, but they are time-wasting, irritating, stressful, and ultimately exhausting for teachers.
Most teachers are well aware of the importance of using positive reinforcement strategies in their classrooms to manage student behaviour, but our research indicates that teacher praise is largely focused on academic performance. Positive teaching emphasises the importance of contingent praise related to classroom social behaviour, which increases the time spent on task, leading to improved academic performance. After attending the workshop, teachers will be able to identify troublesome classroom behaviours, focus on appropriate classroom behaviours, set the classroom context to encourage more appropriate behaviour and increase academic engagement, and use contingent praise and appropriate reprimands to improve classroom behaviour. Specifically developed for use in primary schools, positive teaching can be implemented as part of a whole school approach to classroom behaviour management, and may be particularly beneficial for those in their first 5 years of teaching.
I've been using positive teaching for approximately 10 years. I've used it in the mainstream, I've used it with students with special needs and with learning difficulties. I found it effective across the board. I've also used it from kindergarten all the way up to year 6, and all age groups seem to respond really well to it, and the research shows us that. The major difference I find is that when you're using the positive teaching approach, you're coming at it from the angle of teaching behaviours. You're not assuming that every child's coming in with the same set of behaviours. You're basically planning to teach them the appropriate behaviours they need to learn, and without that approach you're really disadvantaging those kids who come in without skills such as putting their hand up to speak, being able to look at the teacher. So you really need to teach those rules in order to give every child an equal chance of learning. In terms of comparing it with other approaches, I find it useful because you're focusing on positive behaviours, on-task behaviour improves, and then obviously you're going to get greater academic success, and again that's backed up by the research. As a teacher I also find it creates quite a positive atmosphere in the classroom, so you're getting more learning but you're also getting quite an enjoyable classroom to work in.